Hello, my name is Travis Lupik and I work on the website for the Georgia Strait. And today I want to talk to you about books. This week in the newspaper, it's our fall book section. We have features on Joseph Boyden, Shana Lambert, George Packer, and those are all writers who are going to be speaking at the Writers Fest, Vancouver Writers Festival, which is happening October 22nd to 27th, later this month. One of those, another author we have in there is Chris Turner, who's published a book called The War on Science, Muzzled Scientists and Willful Blindness in Stephen Harper's Canada. That's a book that I spoke with Mr. Turner for this week and wrote about for the newspaper. Mr. Turner discusses how the Conservative government in Ottawa has declared what he calls a war on science, that they've, through funding cuts and things like that, minimized the government's capacity to gather information, defunded programs that monitor and analyze that information, and control the communications through which that information goes out, and that it all has accumulated to, again, what he calls a war on science. It's a very real thing that you can look at by the numbers. Money has been pulled out of programs across the country, defunding really important programs that monitor things like climate change, preparedness programs for environmental disasters. So Mr. Turner is saying that this is an issue that deserves attention because there's still time to reverse it. Indicative of the problems that he discusses in the book is a couple of protests that he talks about where scientists have actually engaged in demonstrations in Ottawa and across the country, which Mr. Turner says is a really remarkable thing. By scientists' nature, they don't engage in activism. They prefer to just, publish their papers and have peer reviews. And so the fact that they're actually taken to the streets should really let people know how serious an issue this is. This is especially important in British Columbia because we have a number of proposals for pipelines and natural gas developments and things like this, things with environmental impacts that are going to be happening over the next few years. And so as when I was speaking with Mr. Turner, him and I discussed how this book very likely is more important for people in British Columbia and especially Vancouver than anybody else in the country. So that's, again, part of our fall book section. There's a lot more in there that you should read ahead of the Vancouver Writers Festival. Again, features with Joseph Boyden, Shana Lambert, George Packer, Amanda Lintout is another one coming up at the Writers Festival, a Canadian journalist who I've spoken with, and Chris Turner, The War on Science. That's Travis Lupik for the Georgia Strait. Thank you.